I believe in watching, listening, observing. It's not something that people see a lot anymore, or it might just be the fact that people aren't taking the time to see it anymore. In this age, everyone seems to be arguing, claiming that their idea is the best, complaining how this product, this service, this person isn't serving them well. Instead of talking about you or another person, why not listen for a change? Listen to hear about another's day. Listen to comfort people about their problems. Listen so the speaker knows that at least one person cares about what they're talking about. As most of you know, inside of a school can be a good place to find people from both extremes of the spectrum. There are those who listen and understand, and there are those who speak and argue, trying their best to be louder than the people around them. Believe me, I'm also to blame for doing this. I've had numerous times where I'd be talking, even when I have nothing good to say. But then there are some times where I would watch and listen, and I eventually found out that without even talking to someone, I could tell how they feel. Because in those moments, I'm not so absorbed in my own words, and can actually see things that I couldn't have before. From watching and listening, I have seen some friends act totally different when they are not directly focused on. They would put on a smiling, open face when talking to me or another friend, but when the conversation turned away and they thought no one was looking, I could see that they looked tired and miserable. By being an observer, I was able to see the truth behind my friend's mask. Later on, by being a listener also, I was able to be that person that she needed. If only there were more cases like this for me. Even now, I know that there are a lot of times where I'm still talking, still being so oblivious to others and absorbed in only my own life and my own needs. But that's why I'm writing this, to tell the point of view of the many people, including me, who need to learn to listen, but also to tell from the point of view of a person who had to have someone listen as well. In my life, there have been a few incidences where I needed to speak my mind, to let out all the thoughts and emotions that have been storing up, and there was never a time where I wasn't grateful to find a friend or family member be ready to listen, even though it wasn't their problem. To me, there's nothing more relieving than to know that there's a person who cares enough to stay and listen. So that's why I try to work hard to be able to be on the other end of the conversation too. I want to be able to be that person that people come to for help, to be able to speak their mind to, because I know what it feels like to finally be able to let everything that was kept in out. I know that not everything is worth hearing, especially now when all people talk about is who's going out with who and how this person looks or how this person acts. But occasionally, just occasionally, there are interesting stories to get sucked into. There are phrases that can be quote-worthy, and there are lectures that might change your perspective on a simple quality of life. But one can never be able to experience these things without staying quiet and looking for them. I believe that words aren't meant to fill up empty spaces just because they're empty. They're meant to share our lives and spread the truths that we uncover along the way. And if you happen to have some to share, why not listen for a change?